Great to see everybody. It's cool to be in the indoor, I guess, but really good practice today. We're excited tomorrow. It's great to have the whole team together, and yeah, another great day in the books. So looking forward to tomorrow.
What do you hope to get accomplished during minicamp that maybe you can't get accomplished in OTAs?
Well, the tempo is the same. I think the whole goal of the whole off season is really just to establish our foundation. So I think it's just the opportunity to kind of put an exclamation point on it. The guys have done a great job, man. They've done everything we've asked. They've responded when we've pushed them. Great attitude, practicing with enthusiasm. We're practicing fast. We practiced 15 minutes we finished 15 minutes ahead of schedule today, and that's been about par for the course. Especially with a longer practice, that was really cool to see. So, I just think stamp the whole thing.
And what's been the idea behind all the 11-on-11 stuff that we've seen?
I don't know. It's not that different from what I'm used to and what we're shooting for. I mean, there's a lot of group periods. I mean, there's a lot of concept periods where we're splitting up. We design practice, so it kind of handles the load that way. But we're trying to introduce them to a lot of situation work and understand, like they're kind of trying to play within the context of the game. So all those things are great to teach off of, and you kind of just hit all the situations that way rather than kind of, tailoring it to a certain thing. Yeah.
You have real refs out there right now too?
Yeah. We have a real crew in and a couple other guys. They'll be in through today and tomorrow through camp, and we'll have our officials meeting tomorrow with the team and go over the new rules. And so it's a good experience. We'll learn a good amount of stuff.
The joint practices against Titans was announced today. What do you like about doing that?
Well, there's a lot to like about it. I mean, you're with a team that you respect their operation. We know a lot of the coaches over there, how they operate, and really it's an opportunity to kind of put it in a setting where you can control the tempos, control the drills, get some high intensity for the guys so they're ready to roll come the opener time, and it's just easier to a little bit control than in true game reps, and we're still working through who's going to play in the preseason and for how much, but it's a great opportunity if you do it the right way to get some really good competition in and sharpen each other and try to get ready for the regular season.
Did you do that most summer in Baltimore? Was that normal?
They did it just about every season that I was there. Again, you've had some great experiences with when it's handled the right way, and then some not as great, to put it politely. So it's really about controlling the environment. Guys understand what the spirit of the whole thing's about, and I believe we'll be able to get that done. We'll be with the right team.
Did you have some ties with Tennessee at all that made it come together? Or?
Well, we've played against Brian for the years. Denard Wilson's their defensive coordinator, was with us last year. So that's really where the tie ended. And then it was an opportunity for the kind of get away as a team during camp. I mean, it's hard to go against yourself all the time, especially all the way through OTA. So it'll be good to see another offense, and for our offense, it'd be good to see another kind of see what they're running on defense. So it's just good to see different styles and for us to be as a team and get away a little bit and have some team building as well.
We talked to Lakin Tomlinson today before practice.
Is it Lakin?
Yeah. What's he brought to you guys, just his veteran presence and the player he is?
It's a great signing. It's a great signing. I mean, he's going to be in a leadership team. Kind of hits you right between the eyes, communication-wise, which is what we're asking for. Brings a veteran presence to our offensive line, some poise. Guys that's seen a lot of ball, been in a different lot of systems. So very excited about having Lakin on our O-line.
How many guys are on your leadership team?
9.
What are you seeking out of them? What's the intent?
Yeah, it's an opportunity to just open the channels of communication and where we can bounce ideas off one another, and they can be a conduit to the locker room and from our message as coaches out to the rest of the team. And then if there's something going along with the team that we need to know about, we can have those conversations. So, I mean, that goes for the whole team, but it's just an opportunity to kind of shrink the sample size, so to speak, and build that relationship, and then we kind of forward the message, throughout the whole building. So we got a great group.
What traits were you seeking when you picked those 9 guys?
Well, normally it's some sort of veteran presence and guys that have a lot of respect throughout the team. Guys that have stacked a lot of great performances on the field. Can't be one thing, Greg. It's just coaches influence guys. Opinions of the guys throughout the team, and it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
Like in your building of the team culture, how important is it for you to let the team itself kind of create its own culture? Boy, talk a little bit about that.
I mean, it's incredibly important. I mean, you look at championship teams throughout any sport. I think most of them are player run. So if we can communicate the standard and all buy in, and guys start kind of pushing that and holding each other accountable of what we expect on the field and in the locker room and as a team, then I think that's when you're really cooking with gas. And we're not there yet, but I think we're on our way. And I really believe we got the right guys.
What did you, P.J. Walker? What did you kind of like about him and bringing him in?
Well, PJ's. I mean, it wasn't just my decision, but I'm very excited that he's here. But PJ's a guy that's been around. He's played some high-level football, can operate. He's had some big wins under center in the NFL, so he's got a lot of great experience. Thinking of the Cleveland 49er game last year in particular, but excited to have him here. This is his first day, so you didn't see a lot of reps of him, but he'll be here, so we're excited about it.
With Jerome and Tyrone both being out right now, you've gotten a lot of opportunities to look at John Radigan. Had a really nice pick today.
Yeah.
What have you seen so far from him with his grasp of the defense and playing in the linebacker position the way that you're looking for your players to play?
Well, I think John's improved every day, so that's probably the highest compliment I can give him. I mean, it's just that's what we want from the rest of our team, of guys going out, taking the coaching, taking it to the field, taking the next step, and then keep rolling. So John's going to be an integral part of our team, and wherever it shakes out at the linebacker position, we'll see. But he's doing a great job for us on and off the field. He's going to be a big special teams player for us as well. But, yeah, it was cool to see him make some plays today for sure.
Where's Dodson at health-wise?
Right now we're shooting for camp. Yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of – he hasn't had any reps, so it's like if he's not out there the first play of camp rocking and rolling, it's not because we're – it's just we got to ramp him back up into repping. But, yeah, you won't see him the rest of the minicamp.
Is Cameron Young, we haven't seen him out there. Something going on with him?
Yeah, he's battling some like a lower body thing right now. So again, we'll probably look at him early in camp.
How would you assess your holder today?
Yeah, well, I love the gloves. The gloves was new, but yeah, it was great. It's good to see Russ do it. You need a backup holder, so he looked good.
Something up with Mike.
Well, he got married, or he's getting married. So should we be excited for him or not? I don't know. No, that's good. Yeah, we're happy for him. So yeah, I think he's getting married in Hawaii, so he's on his way there.
Mike, you told us recently that you wanted, I think you said you want Dino to take the next step as a leader. What does that next step for him look like?
I think he's got to be. I think when like things start to happen, he needs to be the voice of poise in the room, and he's doing that. But like we're on record. I mean, he's the tip of the spear on our operation, and just to understand when to step on the gas, when not to. But he's communicating those things. There's some situation things popped up like today that we'll go to bat. We'll go back and attack those type of deals. But I think he's playing pretty well right now.
What have you gotten to know about DK Metcalf since you took this job?
He's a really good player. I mean, we knew it. I mean, he's a guy that you always had to account for. Anytime he steps on the field, like you got to know where 14 is, and you can't let him wreck the game. So he wants to be really good. He wants to be the best, and he wants to be pushed. He wants to be coached hard, which you respect about him. And really, I mean, the way he practices is like really awesome. I mean, this guy practices extremely hard, does all the little things that you're asking him to do. So it's a great example that he's setting for that room and really for our offense as a whole. So a lot of respect for DK, type of player he is, type of person he is. And I love seeing him out there, man, because he raises the whole level of our team when he's practicing for us.
How do you feel like your relationship is developing with him and Draymond, some of the guys who haven't been here as much to the voluntary portion of this, to kind of get up to speed with those guys yourself and get to know the kind of players?
Yeah, it's a function of reps, of conversations. There's only so many texts and phone calls, and that's only going to take you so long. But now that they're here, and we'll be rolling, and got a couple more days here, and then we'll go take a breather, and then we'll go back and attack it in camp.
With Draymond Jones, Mike, how much is he also in the mix of multiple spots, lining up different gap varied?
He's very much in the mix of that. I think you saw it today. And we don't know the answers yet. We don't know how it's going to look, come the beginning of the season and how it's going to progress throughout the whole year. But I think his skill set lends to trying to play a little matchup ball with him, or setting another guy up, and he can do a lot of things. So we've talked about it, but we're really excited about Draymond. He was in great shape today, and he knew a lot of the stuff we were doing, even though he hadn't been in the building. So credit to him for staying up to speed.
You've talked so much about the versatility of the defensive line, but in particular, Leonard Williams and Jaron Reed being 300-plus pounds, being able to play out as a big end or even standing up.
Yeah.
How much does that open up the playbook for you when you've got players that size that you can move around that much?
It's hard to get into like metrics of how much, but it does open things up. You know, and again, when you have guys that can do multiple things, play different gaps in the run game and rush at different levels in the pass game, and you can have more big guys, it just opens up more personnel groups, more looks you can generate. Overall, good for us. You know, again, we'll see. You know, we're in it right now. We're kind of in the middle of it. We'll kind of reassess how the spring went. You know, reassess our plan going into camp, and then as camp goes, again, we're going to see how it evolves throughout camp. And I think you have to have that attitude. If you just cookie cutter it, hey, this is how we're going to do it. I think you limit yourself on how far you can take your team.
What have you learned, or are you learning about what Jackson does best?
I mean, he gets open, he catches the ball. I mean, it's like he's just a hard cover man. I mean, just again, he can play outside, inside, and Grubb does a great job of kind of moving guys around and finding some matchups. But his like lower body power and flexibility, and being able to accelerate, and obviously just having great hands and being able to track the ball is pretty impressive.
Is there any more of an update on Abe Lucas and where he is? And if we have
Yeah, same thing that we talked about last time, but he's working his tail off, I can tell you that.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.